Pokemon trainers, gym leaders, Rhyhorn riders, whatever you are in the Pokemon universe. Welcome back to Bros and Badges. We've got another really fun discussion video for you guys. Today we are talking about whether or not the Legends games are more important than the mainline Pokemon games. We're going to hop right into this topic. First, let's talk about the importance of the Legends franchise. Why are we talking about this today? I think there's no secret that the Legends games have really pushed forward what Pokemon is and what it can be. We saw this initially with the Legends Arceus game. There was a lot of ways that they innovated with that game in terms of the catching mechanics, in terms of the art style, had a major shift. Maybe it didn't always run the best. We're not going to get into that. That's a whole nother topic. Today we're going to stay away from performance issues. We're just going to talk about the games. Well, we can talk about performance issues, I guess, if it becomes,
Pokemon fans be like,
if it becomes important. But really, we're just going to talk about gameplay and like the actual aesthetic and core of what the game is. And the Legends franchise with Arceus did introduce a really fun and really addictive catching style that we had not really seen before. It was fluid. It felt like real-time catching. And then we also saw a new iteration too in terms of Legends EA with real-time battling. And that game took us to just a city, whether people like being stuck in a city or not. But it is an interesting way to view the franchise. It was like, oh, we're going to focus more on just a city and being in one area, and we're going to really focus on creating real-time battling and changing up the battling strategy. Even in Legends Arceus, the battling was a bit different. It gave them a chance to reiterate these core things and to not have to worry about, for instance, things such as like, oh, we need a whole new national dex. We need a whole new regional dex. Yep. No, we can really just iterate on the formula and be creative. And I think that is the importance of the Legends franchise. But now let's talk about, Joe, what are some of the failings of the mainline games that maybe the Legends games have been able to iterate on?
Yeah, and I think you made obviously great points pointing out what made the Legends game so special. And to say why those things are special is because I do believe, as great as mainline Pokemon is, and we like to tout that as, the top shelf of Pokemon, content, I do think that throughout the years, and again, it's been 30 as of this year, they kind of lost some incentive to try to evolve, if you will, in certain ways.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's me. I think in terms of like the failings of the main line, and I want to use that term kind of like loosely because again, it's not really at fault, but I think it's why Legends worked so well is mainline Pokemon has found its niche and it has just stuck there.
It has stayed there. Yeah.
It has not moved the needle at all.
If it ain't broken, it is actually kind of broke. Don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not broken, don't fix it. If it is broken, also don't fix it. But eventually, maybe make it work a little bit.
If enough people complain, we'll have to fix it.
Yeah, well, now the waves are there.
Yeah, and the wind.
And the wind. So I think really mainline's main failing is the fact that it has gotten so comfortable in like how it works in really how the games are delivered to us that, while some games do again push the needle very slightly, Scarlet and Violet tried to have a little bit more of an open world. Although we saw where we got the cuts there. I just think there wasn't enough incentive to introduce new mechanics outside of the gimmick. They came up with Mega Evolution back in X and Y. It was the first real switch up and change to the Pokemon format. And that's kind of what they've done after that, is every new generation they go, let's make a slight new mechanic, erase the previous one, and just go from there. Whereas I feel like the Legends series, their goal is to, as you said, take what is there and kind of remix it and deliver it in a way that evolves the franchise. And in the two Legends games that we have, we see that evolution to an extreme extent. Arceus or Arceus, whatever, we're not having that argument. That's a whole other video. That game took the battle system and was like, well, what if we push it a little bit? And we had what was there, which was pretty interesting. Definitely not the greatest, but a cool switch up. Then you have ZA, which I think made a battle system so good that I hope the Legend game going forward have it, but we'll tackle that in a bit. But yeah, again, I think from the standpoint of the main line, that is what it's missing. It's missing that actual core shakeup. They bring new ideas to the table, but I don't think they dive into them as much as, say, a Legends games, how they actually do. And so with that, I kind of want to toss the ball over to you, Zach. Do you think that warrants throwing away the mainline altogether and kind of maybe putting more of, money into the Legends games rather than, spending it on windmills?
I mean, first off, I say I do think they should invest more money into the Legends games. We heard what the budget was for Legends EA, which for a company that makes as much money as the Pokemon company does is a little silly. But they created a game that I personally am a huge fan of. I know it has its shortcomings. I know that the city is not the best environment to look at. It's blank windows. But I also still really did enjoy the ability to play it differently. I liked the exploration way more in Arceus. Let's just get that out of the way. And I liked catching Pokemon way more in Arceus. I think that game allowed them to really riff on the mechanics of catching, and then Legends EA really allowed them to riff on the idea of battling. If we were going to have a Legends game in the future, I would love them to merge those two to where there is a lot more focus on exploration and catching the way we did in Arceus, but with a real-time battle system that's even maybe more perfected that we saw in Legends EA. I would really love to see that. Put more money into them, absolutely. Let's give that team, if that's different teams working on them, which I think it is usually, let's give them just full creative freedom and give them time, give them budget to do it as beautifully as possible. I think we should 100% keep the Legends games going because it allows Game Freak to test new ideas in a way that doesn't put off core mainline fans. Even though they have said the Legends games at this point are basically mainline games, they're still not the new Gen 10, Gen 11, whatever, etc.
Yeah.
They're not introducing new starters. They're taking from existing Pokemon. They don't have to hit the same metrics that the mainline games do, which gives them the ability to test new things. And I really hope that they keep iterating on that in the future with new Legends games. Let's keep those going. I don't think they should replace the mainline games, though. And I'll say that. I'll say this quickly. There are still things in the mainline games that no matter what we haven't seen in Legends games that we probably won't, that I don't want to go away. I love battling gym leaders. Sorry. We've been doing it since the dawn of time, but I want that to keep being a thing. If there was a Legends game where we could also fight gym leaders, then man, I don't know. Maybe that should replace it. But I like that core kind of gameplay loop. I like getting new Pokemon. If they were going to keep iterating with the Legends games and maybe, add even more new Pokemon. But I don't think the mainline game should go away because of that. I think they give us new Pokemon, new regions, new gym leaders, new, slight variations on the battle system. I don't think they should go away at all. I don't think they should be replaced. I think both should keep working in tandem to offset each other. Legends, let that be a sandbox to come up with new ways, new gameplay styles, new mechanics, new storylines, new ways to even look at old regions is really fun. And then let the mainline games be what the mainline games are, but let's do it with some more polish like we're seeing with Winds and Waves. So realistic, with that in mind, do you think we should merge the two or should they stay separate?
Yeah, so I mean, I think, first off, couldn't agree more. I think they both have a place, and because of that, I definitely think we should avoid from merging the two. I think the benefit of having Mainline and the Legends, which again is Mainline, I don't know what the Pokemon Company and Game Freak are doing, but having the Legends game
let's call Gen 10 Mainline, and we'll call Legends games Sideline.
Sideline. That's a great. Hey. Yeah. We're pitching that. That is a channel exclusive thing. So when you start saying that, let people know where you got it from.
We're gonna list them as Sideline from now on.
I love that. So we have the main line. We have this now sideline that's created. I think the benefit of having both of them is so incredibly huge that if we were to combine the two, even though we are putting all the resources into one, I think we lose out on a lot of creativity and a lot of risk taking. I think what's beautiful about the Legends games in particular is that they don't really care about upholding these certain Pokemon traditions. No gym leaders, we're not going to question it. No more turn-based battle, we're not going to question it because we know that the mainline game will bring that back in a updated way. So the Legends games serve as these awesome stopgaps every generation where it's well, how can we deliver Pokemon differently, still in an RPG setting? So it's not really spin-off, right? It's this sideline, like you said, where it is still an RPG. It is still the same characters from the Pokemon games that we love, the same regions from the Pokemon games that we love, but delivered to us in ways that the mainline just genuinely can't afford to do because they do not want to isolate that core audience. So, yeah, definitely stay separate. I think that what Game Freak should do, what the Pokemon Company should do, and what Nintendo ultimately should really push for is upping the budget for both of these teams, allowing them to really fully be able to do whatever they want creatively. Because what we see with Legends is they clearly want to take these chances. There's just not enough money to do it, which doesn't make sense because this is the highest earning franchise. So please give them more than 14 million. That is crazy. But yeah, I think they should stay separate. But what about you? Do you have that same opinion? And if so, like, where do you see the Legends games going forward?
Yeah, I definitely think let's keep them. Like the best thing that the Legends games are doing is literally forcing Game Freak and the Pokemon Company to come up with new ideas and to stretch what the games are. And actually, if I had to guess, I bet they love working on those games because it gives them the ability to break out of the mindset. Oh, we have to do things a certain way. We have to do it like this. No, we get to be creative, and I bet they really enjoy that. It feels like they do because I honestly think these games are made with a lot of heart. I do. I really do think that. And there is this adventure exploration, and not as much in ZA, but like, you know, reiterative format that they're able to follow and like just add new lanes of creativity. So I think they like working on them. I don't think we should merge the two, keep them separate. That said, yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with the next Legends game. I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, but we're going to save that for another video where Joe and I are actually going to pitch our ideal versions of what the next Legends game looks like. We can talk a little bit about leaks and rumors, but really we're just going to lean into what we want from the next Legends game. We'd love to hear in the comments what you guys think. Should the Legends games stay separate? You know, can the mainline games learn a lot from them? Let us know what you think. What would you like to see in the next Legends game? And we will see you all on the next video. Like and subscribe. Do people say that still? Like and subscribe?